What's up guys, Chris here from Vo-Gus Prospect. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're an old hat like this one, welcome back. We've got Steve back out on the creek today, and Steve has brought his homemade beautiful electric high banker to finally, for the first time ever, do some high banking on Nail Hole Creek, where I found the 9 nuggets in the last episode. I've also got the little river sluice out here. I've just got enough water to run it, and I'm working out some of the final crevices that we didn't get to finish not too long ago a little bit quicker. And then we're going to run a lot of pay dirt. We don't know what we're going to find, but there's guaranteed that there's going to be at least a little bit of gold. The plan is quite simple. If you look up the creek, you can see that it's a nice big long straight, and right here we have a very large amount of dirt that doesn't really fit in with this creek. Now originally I thought it was a bank slump, but I don't actually think it is now. Looking back up the creek, there's a series of rock steps about there that would cause an obstruction and a low pressure system in this area, and I reckon there's going to be a fair amount of gold on the bedrock underneath this stuff. I've used a rocker box here and I found gold. I even went out yesterday and just dug this little hole out here that was inside of this bank, and I found a bucket load of pickers. I'm going to continue using the river sluice just to clean this section out, and in the meantime Steve's going to be over there with the high banker running some of the pay dirt that we threw up on the banks when we did the dry panning episode. I wanted to give you guys a quick overview of what we're actually doing today. The idea here is that we've never had an opportunity up until today where we've had enough water to run a river sluice and a high banker, and we can do a bulk sample of dirt. This isn't necessarily about getting the right dirt. We don't care about working the perfect inside bend or finding the perfect crevice. What we want to do is see what kind of gold the dirt actually contains, what kind of wash we're dealing with. And the only way we're going to do that is with a bulk sample. We're utilizing two different things. We've got the high banker that we're currently feeding pay dirt that we ripped out of this hole here about 4 or 5 months ago when we came up here and did a dry panning video. You can watch that. I'll probably link it in the description for you. We're also using a river sluice to clean out some of these larger cracks and crevices that we've got running horizontally across the creek. And this will give us a very good indication of the total type of gold here, more than just crevicing and panning. Steve bought lunch again. I bought bananas and I bought mandarins like I did in my last video for the second time ever on Vo-Gus Prospect. I bought my own lunch. But Steve, I've got something to tell you. Michael does scones.
Oh no.
I haven't seen any gold go down this map, but I have got a shotgun pellet sitting right there. And that is really, really good sign. So lead's about half the way to gold, give or take, and it basically means that if lead's getting trapped, especially shotgun pellets, because that's about the larger size of a small gold picker, if that's getting trapped, then your gold's definitely going to get trapped. So it means that shotgun pellets have been washing down the stream, falling off that ledge and staying there, and I'm hoping gold is following it. Now, this is not ideal sluice running situation. You might have seen me pushing rocks down and off the mat and whatnot. I'm making do with the flow that I've got. It's still adequate flow. It will still work. It's still oscillating all the material, stratifying it for me, and I know it'll be catching gold because it's catching shotgun pellets. But again, you really want to have a bit more flow. The convenient thing about having little flow is that you can leave it in the stream because it's not so violent, because it's not so rough on the dirt that's in your mat. You can leave it there and it's not going to shift any of the gold back out of it. So what I'm doing is creating a dam with the pay dirt, and I take out some of the larger rocks because the water's built up behind it with some pressure. Once we push it all into the middle, it starts ripping the dirt down. I said, making do. We've got about 1 million lucky frogs croaking their heads off, so obviously one of us has probably got a 5-ounce nugget in the box. We're going to do a clean out of the high banker and the river sluice. We're just going to see what we've collected for the morning. Other than the test pan I did, I haven't seen a single bit of gold cleaning that sluice out, go down the mat, or even when I was panning it out. So I'm slightly worried. Oh, I need not be worried. We have got some okay alluvial. We're not working the spot. We're just testing how much gold the dirt in general is holding. And I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. They probably run maybe 35 shovels or so through that sluice. Steve's high banker dirt. Now this dirt is the stuff we pulled out when we dry panned. It was all the overburden when we were going for the pug, and we just threw it up on the banks. It's been here for like 6 months and we thought we better run it. I can see a little bit of colour in the corner there, Steve. Yeah. That's where this dirt's come from. So there's no guarantee there's going to be a lot of gold in there, but when we did the dry panning we found gold under it. Oh, look at that. That's a little ring of colour.
Little ring of colour, little shotgunny.
Nice. So yeah, a shotgun pellet, a bit of lead, and a little ring of colour. It's about the same amount of gold as I got just river sluicing here. So that's pretty good. It means the dirt's staying very, very consistent. After that mild bit of excitement where we found just a small ring of colour in each pan, what we're going to do is take the high banker and the river sluice back to the car, and we're going to do some crevicing. Now, we answered a few questions. That was just dirt. That was just dirt that was in the middle of the creek. It was in not a likely spot. I mean, it had some things going for it, as in it was on a flat, so there was no velocity to the water and the gold would have dropped out there. But basically, it was just plain old dirt from this creek, and we pulled out that sort of gold. Now, I've seen worse cleanups on inside bends and behind obstructions and stuff compared to the 2 rings of colour we got out of this. So this is the gold Steve got high banking. He moved about 1 metre of dirt, and this is the gold that I got just from those little crevices. I moved probably 1/4 of a metre of dirt, and we both got it. This rock ledge, which I worked some time ago, I scratched out as much dirt as I could, but I never broke it apart, and it just completely shattered on me. So who knows? There might be some really good gold in that. Let's find out. Yeah, that was totally worth doing. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
That's so good. That goes to show you why Busted Knuckles cleans out his holes, because you'll find more gold hiding in amongst it. Busted Knuckles would be so proud of me cleaning that out properly. If we look upstream, I've found gold just there. I found gold on the next riffle, gold on the next riffle, and it comes all the way down, and I have never properly worked this spot. This spot coming around this side of the boulder I've never touched. That is an interesting spot. It is perfectly in line with the main flow of the creek. It's the highest point, so it's going to offer a very nice low pressure system just behind it here. Without further ado, let's dig. I just found this. It's the bottom off a bottle. It's quite curved, so it must have only been little. I wonder what that was off. Maybe an inkwell or something? If anyone knows, give us a shout out in the comments. I've got to bring Steve out more often. Don't tell him, because he'll come running down here. He's up there working at the moment. He'll come running down here and he'll forget what he's doing. I don't want him to do that. I want him to keep working. I'll show him later. But I found what could be considered a little nugget / picker. That's awesome. Shh, don't tell him. Maybe he can find out when he's watching the video. Yeah. I've slowly worked all that and I'm still finding nice sized bits of gold. Steve just called out from down the creek and he goes, 3 little nuggets, and that got me excited, didn't it?
One that looks like Italy.
Oh yeah, very nice. I would call 2 of them tiny pickers.
Tiny pickers.
Tiny pickers. Like very short grapevine workers. Before I wrap this up, I just wanted to quickly talk to you about my Patreon draw. That's coming up at the end of the month, / start of next month, 31st, 1st, somewhere around there. And you could win yourself a jar of pay dirt and one of my books. The thing about the pay dirt this month, though, is that we're going to give it away from this creek, which means that there is going to be a chunk in it. So I guarantee you that someone is going to walk away with a little nugget from this gully. How awesome is that? If you want to jump on board, the link is in the description. It costs $3 per month to get involved, and you're going to walk away with some beautiful gold if you win. Alright, have a look for the last pan of the day. Some bits, nothing major. Steve, tell me, the word for shattered in geography is brexiated, yes?
Yes, geology, yeah.
I'm brexiated. I've run into a very slight problem, and by a slight problem I mean quite a big one. I'm editing this video currently, and I just discovered that all of my end sequences are corrupted. At the end of the day though, I did end up with a 0.67, so almost a gram of gold for just really mucking around, not really doing terribly much. What I'm going to do is tip this gold out, because most of the gold in this container is gold that's come from that place, and it's quite nice to look at. So check this out. In total, that is about 4 grams worth of gold there, and just look at it, look at the chunks. Isn't that nice? I also wanted to announce something that I haven't talked about anywhere else just yet, is that I am launching a competition for the road to 10,000 subscribers. We're sitting at just under 7,000 subs. We've got 3,000 more to go, and that is going to happen very, very quickly at my current rate. If you want to get involved, here are the details. If you want to get involved with this competition, it could not be easier. All you have to do is go down to the comments, and there will be a pinned comment right at the top. Simply reply to that comment with your name, give this video a share and like it as well, and you'll be in the running to win one of my jars of gold pay dirt as well as a hard copy of my book. I'll ship this anywhere in the world. It's free to enter. That's all you've got to do. All the details are below, and I'll be drawing it at the end of September. Alright, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace, and I'm out.